And many of those Red Cross volunteers from New Mexico are in the worst of the storm this morning, getting ready to help the people who need it the most. Yesterday, I talked with Robert Fredericks and another volunteer from Albuquerque as they were driving toward the Gulf Coast. They're in what's called an ERV, an emergency response vehicle. It's one of these. It's kind of like an ambulance, but it's going to get packed up with food, water, and other things that people need. Yesterday, the plan was for Robert to go to a staging area near Baton Rouge, then possibly head toward New Orleans or wherever the storm is the worst. Robert told me he had a feeling a lot of people might be needing help if Isaac caused a lot of flooding.
I'm kind of concerned that people won't be evacuating as being suggested. But once it comes, you can't leave and you have to stay and bunker down.
Well, there already is a lot of flooding in the city from what we're seeing. Again, a total of 11 Red Cross volunteers from New Mexico are on the Gulf Coast right now, and they could be there for up to 2 weeks.
Big day for Governor Susana Martinez. She is preparing for her speech at the Republican National Convention. Governor Martinez will hit the stage tonight at 8 o'clock Mountain Time. She will speak right before Vice Presidential nominee Paul Ryan. The primetime speaking role increases the potential for national TV exposure for Martinez, who is the nation's first Hispanic governor. We will have full coverage of her speech in our later newscasts and online.
New this morning, a man in Albuquerque is waking up in jail after police say he was busted for breaking into a home. Officers say the man who owns the home caught this man, Mark Meltzer, walking out of it last night. The man called police and told them what Meltzer looks like. An officer spotted him in a parking lot nearby, and Meltzer took off running. He gave up a bit later and was arrested. Well, it turns out not just one, but 2 Lobo football players were arrested this weekend. Albuquerque police arrested this man, David Vega, after they went to his home looking for stolen property. There, officers say Vega was underage, drinking alcohol, and would not tell him his name. So they arrested him on charges of possessing alcohol and concealing his identity. Now, Vega had been suspended for the team for some time and just earned his way back onto it recently, but he never told Coach Bob Davie about what happened this weekend, so now he is suspended indefinitely.
If it wouldn't have been because of his former actions and the fact that I don't trust him very much right now, and the fact that he didn't come see me, I don't know that I would have suspended him immediately based on the facts that he told me.
Vega is a quarterback from Roswell. Besides him, that young man, cornerback Devonta Tabana, was arrested accused of driving drunk this weekend. He has been suspended for the game on Saturday.
It looks like an Albuquerque lawyer is going to need a lawyer himself today. Police say Chip Venny, the lead attorney at the Freedom Law Center in downtown, is facing aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge after cops say he shot a man in the leg. Police say it happened yesterday morning outside the law offices near 8th and Lomas. The people who saw it say the victim, Stephen Bettinger, walked into the office and started arguing with the attorney. Witnesses tell police that Venny repeatedly told the man to leave. Police say the victim is going to be okay. And Albuquerque police say alcohol appears to be a factor in a car crash that happened outside the Press Club. This picture was taken by a KRQE producer. You can see the car flipped on its side. Police say the person involved is a musician and was playing at the bar in southeast Albuquerque last night. The person's identity is not known, but he or she was arrested.
Well, investigators now waiting for the results of a blood alcohol test for a young man who they say was driving drunk and killed someone near Socorro late Monday night. State police say this man, Reyes Duran, was drunk and driving north in the southbound lanes on I-25 when he slammed head-on into Bertha Sanchez's car. She was killed in that crash, and 5 other people were hurt, 3 in her car and 2 in a van that was also involved. Officers say Duran admitted he had been drinking earlier that night.
Another example of somebody in New Mexico making the decision to drive while intoxicated and, you know, causing great bodily injury and death.
Duran is now charged with a number of crimes, including vehicular homicide, and his bond is more than $500,000. A 2-year-old boy who's badly hurt in what police are calling another drunk driving crash in Albuquerque this weekend is doing much better this morning. Vicente Griego has been upgraded to satisfactory condition, but doctors still don't know if he'll have permanent brain damage. Now, Bob's Burgers, where Vicente's dad works, is having a donation drive to help the family. They'll be collecting money at all 7 of the restaurants all around the city. The man police say was driving drunk and caused the crash, Mariano Salas, is still out of jail on bond.